Hello, my name is Holly Beverly. I'm a graduate student from Dominican University, working with UIC Library of Health Sciences this semester. So we're going to be covering the process of exporting citations from 4 different databases into the Citation Manager RefWorks today. For the purposes of the demonstration, I've constructed a practice search, but I'll invite you to be thinking of your own research question as we navigate through these databases. So the question that I used was structured as, in adult patients with total hip replacements, how effective is pain medication compared to aerobic stretching in controlling postoperative pain? So we'll go through a few different nursing databases and go over how to import those references. So I'm going to share my screen. And we'll start from the University Library homepage. Log into RefWorks first. The way that we do this is going to library.uic.edu. And then in this blue banner, there's an option to select My Accounts. Scroll down and select Log into RefWorks here. Once you're logged in, it'll confirm who you are in the top right side of the blue banner here. So we're going to start with CINAHL. So navigating to library.uic.edu and then using that to proxy into any of the databases is what's going to give you access to these resources through UIC subscriptions. So for CINAHL, there's an option to run a Pico search here. So underneath the first 3 bars, you can select Pico search, enter in your terms, and then hit submit. So I have 31 results. If I want just the top 3 results, I can select this blue envelope with the check mark, and it'll turn them yellow. And you'll see those titles start to pop up along the right side of the page. We'll move to folder view. And you'll see 3 articles have been selected. We want to hit that checkbox that says select all and then export. From here, confirm that it says direct export to RefWorks and that circle is highlighted, then hit save. It'll redirect you to RefWorks, and you can assign your citations to a folder. The way that you would do that is you would go to My Folders along the left side of the page, add a new folder, enter in your name for it, and hit save. I've already done this, so we'll just select Demo, Hip Replacements, and Postoperative Pain, and then select Import. And then it'll give you this confirmation message that says Import Complete to let you know that documents have been saved. If I wanted to import all of the results that I got from that search, what I can do is I'll unselect these. And then we're going to go to this share box here. So there's a little drop-down menu. And then underneath the drop-down menu, it'll give you an option underneath Add to Folder that says Results 1 through however many results that you got from that search. You want to select that first option, and it'll add it to your folder. So you can click on this yellow folder icon along the top blue header, select all, and then export along the right side of the page. Same process, direct export to RefWorks, confirm that that's selected, and hit save. It'll be the same process. Wait for your import complete confirmation, and then you should be all set. The next database I want to go through is APA PsycInfo. So again, I've constructed my search here. I'm going to hit search. Okay, so I have 21 results. If I want just the top 3, I can click the checkbox next to the titles that I want. And then in this green circle with the 3 white dots, it'll give you saving options. So click there. And underneath citation export, you can select RefWorks. Confirm the number of citations you're exporting. Confirm that it says RefWorks and not a different citation manager. And then select continue. I'll hit send anyway. Again, you can assign it to your folder, select import. Okay, we got our confirmation message. So we'll go back. If I wanted to select, all of the search results rather than just those top 3, you can click the box at the top that says select 1 through 20. And then you can select the same thing. So all save options, RefWorks, and it'll say all, 20 items selected, and then continue. All right. So, and that's how we would do all of them. I would say send anyway, but we don't need to wait for that. The next database that we might want to use is Embase. So we're going to navigate to Embase next. Again, I've entered in my search terms. With Embase, there is that option to run a Pico search as well, if you want to do that. And that would be underneath search. And then I'm going to copy this so I can show you. So underneath search, there's that quick search. And then you can select Pico underneath here and then enter in your terms according to population, intervention, comparison, or outcome. For this demo, I've already come up with my search string. So I'm just going to enter that here and show results. Okay. If I just want a few of the results, so we'll say 1, 3, and 5 sound interesting to me. We'll select that little box next to them and it'll turn orange so that we can see they've been selected. And then above the results, there's an option that says export. So we'll select that. And then instead of RIS format, I want RefWorks Direct Export. So click on the drop-down menu, select RefWorks Direct Export, confirm it's the number of records that I want, and then select Export. We'll say submit to RefWorks. Send anyway, yes. Okay, assign to folder and hit import. Okay, we got our confirmation message. Now, if we wanted all of the search results for Embase, it'll only export up to 500 citations at a time. So for this search, I got 555 results. It's a lot. So if I just wanted, let's say, the first 100, I'm going to go ahead and unselect the articles from before. If I just wanted the first 100, underneath results here, there's a drop-down menu to select number of items. So I could say I only want 100 selected, okay? And then if I wanted all of them, you could select 500. But for the purposes of this demo, we'll just do 100 and then same process. So we would click export just above. It's defaulted to RefWorks Direct Export now, and we would select export and submit to RefWorks. Okay, awesome. And then we would wait for the confirmation message again before proceeding, but for the sake of time, we're going to move on to PubMed next. PubMed's a little bit different, the way that we have to download citations and then import them into RefWorks differently. So enter in your search terms into PubMed, enter search. Okay, this search got 411 results. So if I wanted the first three, let's say I select the top three, sound interesting. Underneath the search bar, I can click this button that says send to. It'll open a drop-down menu, and then I can select Citation Manager from there. And it'll give you this selection 3. So 3 articles that I have selected, and we want to create that file. It'll download to your computer. So I'm on a Mac, so it shows up in this ribbon down here. So I want to navigate back to RefWorks. And then I want to go to the folder where I'm importing. Well, we're actually going to go to all references. And then I want to select this add, this plus button that says add. And then I'm going to say import references. And then I can drag from my downloads to this area. It'll tell me what it's going to label this import. And then I select import. Assign to folder, hit import. Okay, and that's how we do it from PubMed. So it's a little bit different. If I wanted to select all of the results, so I'm going to uncheck these. I would still select, I would uncheck the ones. So none have been selected so far. I'll just hit send to Citation Manager. And then I want to say all results. Okay, so from this drop-down menu that we saw before it said selection parentheses 3, now I want all results. And then we'll create the file. It'll download to my computer. And then we'll go back to RefWorks, go to all references, add, import references, and then we'll drag that file to the front and then wait for those 411 citations to download. All right, that's how we would do that. I don't want to import 411 citations. It'll take 5 minutes for my computer to download. So if you need any more help with importing references to a citation manager like RefWorks, feel free to contact your library liaison or set up an appointment. So the way that we would do that is we would go to library.uic.edu, scroll down, and then you can select make an online appointment with a librarian. And then you can fill out this form. And then someone will follow up with you to schedule an appointment. I hope this was helpful. And I wish you guys luck with your projects. Thank you for your time and have a great rest of the day.